I'm Julie Corman, and this is Trailers from Hell. We're talking about Boxcar Bertha, a film in which I had my first producing credit. It was produced by my husband, Roger Corman, and we discovered Marty Scorsese, who directed it. My husband, Roger, had directed a film called Bloody Mama for AIP that was a huge success for them, starring Shelley Winters. AIP wanted to go with another woman gangster. So I went looking for a fantastic woman gangster, and I had a great deal of difficulty finding a good story. Just as there was a taboo about printing things about children crimes, it was the same for women. Went back to the library and found a book. The book was called The Story of Boxcar Bertha as Told to Dr. Ben L. Reitman, and that was the genesis for Boxcar Bertha. We brought Bill Corrington and his wife Joyce in to write it. Bill had written Fun, Richtofen, and Brown that Roger had directed just the year before. And showing my great maturity, in one of the story meetings, Bill Corrington said he'd like to change the title from Boxcar Bertha to Big Bill Shelley because his grandfather had been an IWW worker and was a great character who should be immortalized in film. I burst into tears and left the meeting, and Roger came out and said, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Because you're going to change Boxcar Bertha into Big Bill Shelley." And he said, "No, we're not, because AIP wants a woman gangster film." We found Marty Scorsese and were impressed with his work and hired Marty to direct the picture. Marty went off with the script in hand to Camden, Arkansas, where we had found a narrow gauge railroad, which was important to the story because that's what had actually happened, and there weren't many narrow gauge railways left. Marty went down to Camden, Arkansas a month ahead of us, and when we arrived at the motel where he and some of the production crew were staying, there was the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen in any film I've worked on. Marty had sketched the entire picture. Every shot was sketched and was up on the wall of his room. And before my very eyes, I saw Marty Scorsese transform Boxcar Bertha into Marty Scorsese's Boxcar Bertha, starring Barbara Hershey and David Carradine. My husband, Roger, had seen David Carradine in an extraordinary Broadway performance of Royal Hunt of the Sun and wanted David to be in the film. And Barbara Hershey had a name, and she seemed to be very, very well cast for Boxcar Bertha.